Hello, welcome, my millions of fans. Today, I'm going to walk you through how I build a loop, and it's all going to be improv. I'm going to make it up right now from the beginning and just see what I can come up with. I know that I'm going to do like a little funk kind of thing, but that's it. So, let's get started. First of all, start off with a beat. What I like to do. Hello. Okay. I had to see if I had some volume. Um, Start off with a beat, and then I kind of jam around on it until I find what I like that I want to loop. So I got this little funk beat here, and then I'll just kind of improvise. Try to feel the beat. Just playing a G, C. Now, if you don't use your thumb, you can just pick. I'm not the best slap player either, so. G, D, C, G. On that, I'm just doing a hammer on from the flat 7. So up to G, I'm going F to G like a on the D string. Then same pattern up to C. So you're going to the 4th string, playing 3 to 5. And then when you go up to the D, same pattern. So, but you can still just play the root notes if you're trying this at home. Now, when I'm slapping, I'll try to give a better view. I'm using this index finger, and when I slap, I go down through the string and I come back up like that. It's like a pick. So I'm using this finger to get that hammer on. I'm only slapping on the E and the A. Now, I want to tell you now, that motion right there isn't easy. You got to build that strength up. You practice going through each string like this. Down, up, then down A, down, up, D, down, up. It takes a lot of practice to get that down. You got to be relaxed. You don't want no pain. Back and forth any way that you can do it. And I always land on the fretboard here. I didn't say that. So it catches my thumb when I go through. Past the last fret, you got that little bit of wood right here. I land on that. Sometimes I get a little carried away and I get up in here. but you can do that too. And that thumb, it kind of catches your thumb when you go through, and you come back up. You're catching that part of your thumb on the way back up. Like I said, I don't have the bass slap technique. I never really, it's not one of my most pressing things that I want to get down, you know. I like it, but it's... Okay, so I'm going to take that groove here. I got a Boss RC 500 I use, and then I got a Beat Buddy, which is the drums you heard. But that Boss, if anybody's interested in the loop pedal, it's got built-in drums, and they're good too. I just was using the same drums all the time, so I got that drum machine. It's a Beat Buddy. But I find myself more often going back to the Boss drums because I like them just as much. They're just as good, in my opinion. And the difference is that there are certain things I didn't like about the beats and that on that Boss. Like for whatever reason, they always seem to add extra hits. Like that were just weird. I don't know, and it like killed a lot of the grooves they had. Like adding an extra hair snit, double hit or something weird, and just kind of killed some of the beats. But you can make your own though. That's what's cool. It's just time consuming, and if you're not careful, you can easily erase all the work you do just by if you turn a knob or something. Then it's all gone if you don't save. It can be frustrating. The Beat Buddy's a little simpler. But I got the hang of the Boss too, but it was a lot of, for instance, one day I spent, I'd say 2 hours building this beat and building my loop and doing all this stuff, and I didn't save it, and I turned the knob, and every bit of my work was gone. So you gotta remember to save. Just a tip for people interested. But you can buy a simple looper. You don't need nothing crazy expensive. I use a RC1 forever, and I could still use that, and it'd be good enough. I just got the Boss because I thought that I would need it later on, and if I was going to spend the money, I figured I might as well buy one. But honestly, I could have got by with the one I was using. And then I use a Line 6 HX Stomp, which I highly recommend. It's expensive, but it's got all the effects you need. It's an amp, it's an interface. You can plug it directly into your computer and record with it. The software is awesome. You get on there, you can do all your effects, and it's got these little sliders, and you can have it plugged into your computer, into your guitar. You can sit there and make the adjustments, and then when you hit save, it saves it on the pedal. And it's way easier than getting down and scrolling on the knobs. So I highly recommend one. It's got excellent delays. The overdrives are good. They're a little weak, I think. So I got this Darkglass Khaos pedal. But the overdrives ain't bad. There's just not enough of them that I like, in my opinion. I think they're a little bit more for guitar, maybe. But there's some good ones. And the delays and reverbs are excellent. You can't really beat them for that. Then it's got compression on it. It's got amp models like the SVT. But I use this Bassman head, which I love, and I still will use a modeler sometimes, like off of this. But I love the way this amp sounds. And regardless, no matter what I play on the pedal, it sounds better going through this head than it did. I was having it go direct into my Focusrite, so once I started going through this amp, it got at least 25% better, you know. It's a difference when there's a few times where I didn't use it on my stream, and there's a big difference in sound quality. It's got good sound, but so does that pedal. I'm not saying it sounded bad without that amp, because it still sounds excellent. It's just this amp adds that much more to it. But anyways, back to what I was doing. I'm going to program this loop into track 1. Practice it one more time. Okay. What's cool is I got the Beat Buddy with the MIDI sync. So when that's why I gotta stop it before I hit record, because it won't sync it up if I don't. But that's another added bonus to having the RC500 is you can plug the MIDI into the Beat Buddy, then you don't get out of time. The only thing I don't like is I can't get a 4 count. I always liked having a 4 count. You gotta be ready to go right into it. And then it does stuff like that. I don't know why it slowed it down. It does it all the time. One more time. Okay. We'll do that again. I forgot to turn the drums off. There's drums on. Like I said, there's drums built in here. And they're automatically on. There's drums built into the RC500. They're automatically on, so you got to remember, if you're using a drum machine, you always got to turn them down, or else they run at the same time, which is what was just happening. So it's little things like that you start remembering as you do it all the time. I still forget, obviously. Okay, one more time. Then you got to turn this back on. I don't like not having a 4 count. Now it's way fast. Come on, man. This is the kind of stuff you gotta go through when you're doing this. I'll do it until I get it right. See, it's loud, you can't have no volume spike. Not perfect, but life's not perfect. And then the next part, I can do a little harmony. That was out of G, so like a gotta feel it. Might do let's see here. of improvise like this. So I find the part I like. Might try something different, like a now I'm going to put some effects on. There we go. Like a little keyboard. Playing triads. Something simple. I got two parts. Again, for me personally, this is just for practice, the improv. I want to be playing out of G, Pentatonic. Start soloing over the top. Playing major pentatonic shapes. I'll stop and explain real quick. So I'm just playing your basic major pentatonic shape over the G. Oh, same shape over the C right here at the 8th fret. And then up to the D. I'm going to stick to these basic shapes. And then I might move up here. Same shapes, G, C, and D. But for the purpose of this video, I'll stick to these pentatonics, just to give you all some ideas. If you're wondering about my effects, I got the script phaser on the line 6 into the 70s chorus. They're both effects on the stomp. And then I'm using LA compression, just like it's not it's dialed in about where they have it already set, and you can just turn the reduction knob up a little bit, whatever. Then I got this Darkglass Khaos. If I kick this drive on, I get that. A lot more volume. Kind of sounds like a synth. Okay, so major pentatonic. Tonic. Now comes D, C, G. You just play it backwards. D, C, G. That's G. C, G, D, G, C, D, C, G. So you get the point. But anyways, this is something I do all the time. Like every day I try to make up some kind of improv like that. So hopefully it will inspire some of y'all to create. Again, I'll show you the shape just so you have it down. This is the G minor major pentatonic. Second finger on the third fret, then your first finger on the second fret, fourth finger on the fifth. Same thing here, second and fourth. So you're playing second finger, first finger, fours, first finger, fives. Get the A in there too. So it's second 4 on the first string, 1 4 1 4. Now when you move to this C, same exact shape. Same thing when you move up here. So when you come from the C to the D, use your second finger so you're already in position. Go back down with your second finger. Then you're always in that shape. And then same thing when you move up here to this C, same shape. Well, I'm sorry, it's a G you want to be on, which is your 10th fret on your second string, but it's that same shape. So and then when you move, just move that second finger to the C, so you'll stay in that shape. And then when you go up here, it's a good way to get that basic shape down and practice your improv. Like I said, if you don't slap, you can just, because that was kind of a slap groove. The point is, it doesn't matter what you play. It's building the idea, and then you got something to solo over, and to practice your pentatonics there. And like I said, that second part, I was just playing basic triads. So that's what you can do, is if you got your root notes and all that, you just build triads for your second part off of those root note bass line you was playing. You know, it wasn't root notes, but it was centered around mainly that. And I always try to simplify things. And then you got your little solo backing track. I'm going to do some more videos. Like, I've been doing them every day. And when I get home, just whatever I feel like practicing that day, I make a video on it. So if anybody's interested in seeing my process and how I do it, I want to try to get better at getting to the point. But I pretty much have the same ideas, or the same routine, I mean. But also, a lot of times I got little practice. Like when I pick my key for the day, I'll go through arpeggios and that kind of thing. And just to get where I can see the key. But today, I already done a video earlier. And today I just wanted to do a little video on a groove. Sometimes sometimes I just feel like making up a groove instead of going through all the other stuff that I go through. So I thought I'd share it with y'all. Please like and subscribe. And I'm on live stream, and I do all my original music on live stream. Pretty much every day I try to do at least one stream. And I got 2 songs on Spotify as well, which is linked to my channel. And I got other videos like this that I just made on my channel, and other past live streams and that kind of thing on there. You can join the channel. I'm going to start doing some private lives for the members. And if anybody that's got suggestions on things, maybe do like some questions, seminar, that type thing. And I take like super thanks and super chats and all that. It goes back into this, what I'm doing here. So where I can buy better equipment, upgrade, my studio, strings. I burn up strings. So all that little bit of extra stuff helps. But it's not mandatory. I just bring it up. But appreciate all the support. Please come back, and hopefully I catch you on the live stream. Peace.